You hear that? That's the sound of the last episode of How to Use Orenda Products, and I am giddy. I'm your host, Eric Knight. This is the Rule Your Pool podcast, episode 68. Finally, on the next one, I'm going to get to speak to somebody. I'm going to have Jared on there, hopefully. He better not bail. Otherwise, I need you to email podcast@orendatech.com and let him know that you miss him. Because sometimes he doesn't know. We got to remind him how much he has missed on this podcast. In this episode, I'm going to talk about, I almost said we're going to talk about, out of habit, but I'm going to talk about how to use Spa 500. And a lot of you probably don't even know we have this product because it's just a hot tub product. But for those of you who do have those vacation properties or those standalone hot tubs, this episode is for you. Welcome to Rule Your Pool, the podcast by Orenda that explains and simplifies pool chemistry so that anybody, regardless of experience, can understand it. I'm your host, Eric Knight, bringing clarity to these subjects so that you can bring clarity to your water. If you're ready to rule your pool, then let's go. Spa 500 is a enzyme-based scrub or flush or whatever you want to call it. It is used without bathers. Okay, so you can't have people in the water. It's a much more, I'm not going to say aggressive, but a strong, concentrated chemical than what you would typically put in a pool. And it is NSF certified, but it's NSF certified without bathers in the spa. This is only to be used as a pre-drain clean-out, as a pre-drain scrub, okay? So what it does is it goes through your pipes and your internals and all that stuff, and it basically strips out the pipes, cleans them out. Whatever's in there, it's going to break it down or at least loosen it. And we talk about, like the 90-degree elbow inside plumbing. As water swings around that elbow, oils and organics tend to stick on that little ridge on the inside of the plumbing. And we see this when customers of ours will cut out old plumbing during a renovation or something, and they look inside those elbows and they're nasty. They're filled with all this crud, this organic, sticky mess. That's happening in spas in an even more concentrated way. Think about it. Hot water, much denser bather load when people are using it. So you have a lot of oils and organic material. So what we did was we blended CV600 with some other things and made it a more concentrated, I'm not going to get into the details of it, but basically it cleans just about anything. Use this, run the spa for 5 to 10 minutes, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then run it again for 5 to 10 minutes. So maximum amount of time is 30 minutes. And then you're going to drain and rinse the system out with fresh water. Rinse it. Do not forget that step. Flush out those pipes and then refill. I've used it personally once, but we've had a lot of customers use it a lot of times. I've seen pictures. What comes out of these hot tubs in their return jets is astounding. The one that I did, it was like brown foam that came out. Oh boy. That stuff was in the system. It's not like our chemical caused it to be brown. It just released it. All it did was take it out of the pipes and into where you could see it. And, better out than in, right? So we're going to clean out this system. I said in an earlier episode, I think of an enzyme purge as a deep herbal cleanse. Well, this is a medical cleanse. This is not a herbal, all natural, take this nice elixir and over time clean yourself out. No, this is going to the hospital and basically having the doctors clean you out for you. That's kind of the orders of magnitude difference. And so you can't have bathers in the water. Make sure you follow the instructions. It's remarkably easy to use. It's called Spa 500 because, well, honestly, we made it up, but it sounds pretty good, right? 8 ounces, the typical bottle that we sell it in, is the dose for 500 gallons. So a lot of hot tubs are based on 500 gallons. So if you have a bigger one, just use 2 bottles. You can also get it in a pint. We do not sell it in quarts. We do not sell it in gallons. We do not sell it in anything bigger than a pint. And yeah. So to recap, like I said, this is a very short and very easy episode. Spa 500 is an enzyme-based deep clean for the spa. Follow the instructions on the bottle. It's really easy to use. Just make sure nobody's in the water. Pour it in, let it run, let it circulate, let it sit, so that, backfills and just kind of festers in there, and then run it again. Blast out those pipes. This is especially good for commercial applications. So if you are listening to this and you manage a health club or something like that, and there's a hot tub in the locker room where it just gets pounded, like constant people every single day, or a vacation property where people are using it every single week, like an Airbnb or VRBO or something like that. Beach rentals, it's great for those kind of standalone hot tubs. It should not be used on a pool and spa combo because it'll get into the pool. So unless you're draining your whole pool, don't do it. This is just for standalone spas. I probably should have said that earlier, but doing this in one take. So sorry. This has been episode 68, a new record for the Rule Your Pool podcast. We are under 7 minutes. This is the last one. We shall all rejoice that we don't need to keep talking about our products. But if you have questions, specific questions, check out our website, check out our app. It's just called Orenda. Or you can email me at podcast@orendatech.com. And there's a good chance we probably have an answer, and I could just quickly respond to your email and put that in there. So thank you. In the next episode, I don't know what the topic is, but I know I'm going to have somebody to talk to, and I'm real happy about that. Thank you for being patient and sticking with us through this entire series. You're awesome. Let's have a great season. Take care.
Thank you for listening to Rule Your Pool, a podcast by Orenda Technologies. For more information on what we discussed in this week's episode, check the links in the description or visit www.orendatech.com.
I hope you find this show valuable enough that you tap that subscribe button and share it with your friends. You can also like us on Facebook and social media. And with our help, you'll be able to rule your pool without over-treating it with chemicals and wasting money. I'll see you next episode.